Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about a very delightful plant. It's called as the Swiss cheese plant, or it's also called as the Monstera Adansonii. I had this plant for the longest time, you can say, but it requires a little bit of pruning. So when I do that and share how I'm going to do the pruning, let me talk about other aspects about how to care about this plant. So let us start. Well, this is a plant that has aerial roots with the leaves growing downwards from the stem, and they're always, as in my case, I found them in search of light, possibly because I kept this and the other plant away from direct sunlight, but maybe the spot that I chose was not providing them enough sunlight. So what I did was, of the two, I placed one at the same spot and I shifted the other to a new spot where it was getting sufficient indirect sunlight. The result is this: it has grown, and it has grown really well, but there is a gap from the root. This is the other plant that I was telling you about, which I continued keeping at the same spot. This is how the leaves are, and I do not know how I lost the top part of this plant. The moment the top part was broken off due to mishandling or whatever, it did not grow from top only, it gave an offshoot from the side. So remember, with regards to this plant, always when you cut on top, it will not give a shoot there, it would just like give an offshoot elsewhere. So this is the other plant. So let us continue. So it requires bright indirect sunlight for its growth. Now this plant that I was telling you, from the time it was there in that shaded area to the time it was brought to bright indirect sunlight, it has grown, but there is about a meter from the root to the topmost growth that has absolutely no leaves. It has like just grown without any leaves. I'll show it to you. This plant loves a lot of humidity. If you see its original setup or its native, it grows under the shade of huge trees. So considering that it requires indirect sunlight, it requires a lot of moisture, so it will really grow well where it gets a lot of moisture. With regards to the fertilizing part of it, you can fertilize it maybe every 4 to 6 months time by using your vermicompost, or just can add a topmost layer to the existing soil. That's enough for its fertilizing requirements. With water, now watering here is important because it does not like wet, soggy soil. So the watering must be done only when the topmost layer goes dry. This plant is prone to infestation. There is a chance that it may be infected, you can say, by mealybugs, spider mites. The best thing to use would be your neem oil spray. How can you use that neem oil spray? You could take a little of warm water, the normal water, add maybe 5 ml of neem oil. You can add about 3 ml of your liquid dish soap, shake well and spray on the plant. Next is the propagation. Now what I've done is, I got rid of this entire 1 meter of the extended stem, and I would propagate from the topmost portion of that plant. This entire stem is of no use because it does not have leaves. The chances of it growing to a new plant is like 20 to 30%. So I would just try if I can propagate this further. I will not throw it off. But to propagate, you have to cut between two nodes, keeping a leaf there. So this is how I have done it. I have cut between the two nodes. Only thing here you have to remember is which side is a lower portion and which side is the upmost portion, because the lower portion is what goes down in the soil. So I'm going to propagate maybe about 2 or 3 pieces, and then I will tell you about the soil. Make sure that I have used the topmost. I have potted in the same pot wherein I had used an equal proportion of vermicompost and coco peat, and the cuttings I would keep them in water for some time, develop its root system, and then transfer it to a pot of coco peat. That's all, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video and enjoyed it too. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.